Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. It's card game Philosopher, and today I'm gonna give you another Format C deck profile. Today we're looking at the Jurrac deck that I built. To be honest, if you have people around you that are new to the game or anything, or that you want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, this deck is really beginner friendly. So if you have to give them anything, give them this deck. There's like one card in this entire deck that's hard to explain, and that's basically it. So the rest they should be able to understand after playing a while. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, we play 3 Jurrac Kwaiba. If you know if you know what this card does, you definitely understand why you're playing 3. It's probably the best card of the deck, one of the best cards of the deck. When it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon one Jurrac monster with 1700 attack or less from your deck, but it cannot attack that turn. Well, that's fine. Just summoning any Jurrac from your deck is, giving you advantage by just doing what you should already do during the duel, destroying your opponent's monsters. So that's basically the theme of most of the Jurrac monsters, battling. So just getting advantage through doing what you should do is also for beginners just really easy to understand. Just destroy your opponent's monsters and you're getting ahead in the game. That it actually rewards them for doing that is also really nice. Jurrac Velo 3 times. It's one of the targets, of course, you need to play for Kwaiba. It's a non-tuner. If this face attack position card is destroyed by battle while being attacked or attacking, you can special summon one Jurrac monster from your deck with 1700 or less attack. So it's a floater for the deck. Well, that's really nice, of course. You can also special summon it next to Jurrac Kwaiba and just not make exceed plays, and just rest on the fact that you know that you'll get something in return if it stays. I mean, if it is being destroyed, so yeah. You can also crash into opponent's monsters to get a Kwaiba, which is also nice. Then, 3 Jurrac Dino. It's a level 3 tuner, 1700 attack again, and when it has destroyed an opponent's monster by battle, during the end phase, you can tribute one Jurrac monster you control to draw 2 cards. Well, drawing 2 cards is really nice. There are Jurrac monsters that you can definitely get in the grave that you don't really care about. And the fact that it's a level 3 tuner also helps with summoning your boss monster, which I'll get into. Then we play Jurrac Halo 3 times. Jurrac Halo says that you can tribute this card to target one level 4 lower Jurrac monster in your grave. To target one level 4 lower Jurrac monster in your graveyard, except Jurrac Halo, and special summon it. It's a level 1 tuner, and it's really nice because you play this card that I'll get into. It's one of the better targets for it. Then we play 3 Hydrogeddon because it's a Dino, and its effect is in the same lines and the same theme as the rest of your deck. When it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon one Hydrogeddon from your deck. So yeah, this being able to just keep on summoning. When your opponent has a few weak monsters, you can just ram over each and every one of them, and you have you immediately have a big board established already. It's a better and a worse Kwaiba in a way, but yeah, it's a dinosaur, and that's reason enough to play it. Then we have 2 miscellaneous swords. This is the only card that might be hard to explain to people that are new, because it's just a real bug. But during either player's main phase, you can discard this card. This turn, all dinosaur monsters you control will be unaffected by your opponent's card effect, or by card effects in general. I don't remember anymore. And when it's in the graveyard, you can banish this and other dinosaur monsters, as many as you want, special summon one dinosaur type monster from your deck with the same level as the amount of dinosaurs you banished. So you always have to banish himself, that's a requirement. And if you only have him, you can just banish him to special summon an Halo, since it's level 1 anyway. So this is ready enough to special it. It gives you really easy access to level 5 synchro plays. But if you have an established graveyard, which is definitely possible, you can also summon your your level 4s or your level 3s or anything. And just having the unaffected part so that you're not affected by bottomless trap hole, all those kind of things, Venus Chain in the main phase, Yeah, that also really helps. And then the last card is 1 Gorse the Misery of Darkness. Yeah, look at that. So, Gorse the Misery of Darkness, yeah. I don't know, you should probably notice when you take damage while you don't have any cards on the field, you can special summon this card and apply the effect depending on what kind of damage you took. If it's battle damage, you get a token with the same attack and defense as the amount of damage you took. It's level 7 the token and he himself. And if it was effect damage, your opponent takes the same amount as damage you took. Well, the fact that the token is a level 7 is really important because together with Aelo, which is easily summonable, you can use the token and this card to just make Stardust Dragon, and Stardust Dragon is obviously really strong. And it's just a beat stick to get on the field, and you usually don't have that many cards that are stuck on the field, so this is really nice to have. Then, that was everything for the monsters. Big monster lineup. Then we get to the spells. 3 Fossil Dig. This is mandatory for every Dino deck. Just adding any dinosaur type monster to your hand basically, level 6 or lower, but I mean you don't play anything but 6 or lower, so just being able to add any and it's on 3, yeah, that's broken. That makes you sure that you always have the card you need. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, yeah, mandatory staple. 3 Book of Moon, since your opponents can be a lot weaker in defense if you want to ram over them, and this stops your opponent's synchro in a key place. It's disruption, and you can use it offensively, and you can use it on your own monsters to protect yourself against bottomless trap hole, mirror force, those kind of things. So definitely something you should play at 3 in this deck. Then something I chose for is 3 Shrink. It also helps you to get under bottomless and trap holes. So these cards, all the trap holes, all the hole cards, they do nothing against your deck. With this, and you can use this on your opponent's monsters when they attack or when you attack to just get over those things. Having their attack is just great. 2 1-for-1, because getting those cards in the graveyard, things like Miscellaneous Swords is, yeah, you don't mind discarding these off of 1-for-1. And getting your Aelo, that's basically any Jurrac in your graveyard, is really nice. 2 Raigeki Break. Again, discarding your cards isn't that bad. You usually have a whole lot of monsters in your hand, so you don't mind getting rid of these and destroying your opponent's back row or annoying cards or anything like that. Yeah, that's really nice. 1 Rocket Hand, same thing. You're focused around battle, so making sure that your monsters are stronger is essential. It gives you 1 monster with 800 attack, it gives it 800 more attack. And during the same turn, except the turn it was equipped, you can send it to the graveyard to make the monster it was equipped to 0. It cannot change its battle position anymore, but you can destroy 1 phase of cards on the field. Yeah, usually after you use Rocket Hand's second effect, you usually just Synchro Summon or Exceed Summon with it, so it's fine. 1 Call of the Haunted, because more monsters the merrier. 1 Powerful Rebirth, same reasoning. And 1 Fossil Excavation. Fossil Excavation is basically a Call of the Haunted for all of your dinosaur type monsters, but you do need to discard 1 card for it. 1 Mirror Force, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. I don't play Bottomless in this deck since you don't actually want to remove your opponent's monsters. You want to walk over them with your own monsters, so I'm not playing that. Mirror Force is if you're stuck somewhere, it's still a way to get back into the game, and compulsory is for things like Maestro and all kinds of cards that you don't want to run over. That's things like the Pyramid Turtles or floaters in general. Well, that was it for the main deck. 40 cards exactly. Then we get into the extra deck. This one is at 1. It's Jurrac Giganoto. It's the boss monster of the deck. It requires 1 tuner monster plus 1 or more dinosaur type monsters. And it gives all Jurrac monsters you control 200 attack for every Jurrac monster in your graveyard. So that gets himself and other monsters immediately to a lot more attack. It should at the very least have 2500 because you use 2 Jurrac monsters at least to make this. And yeah, after that, or if you make this late game, giving all your monsters like 800 attack extra or something, that's just really good. 3 magical androids, since level 5s are just so easy to make in this deck. And this also makes sure that even if you lost a lot of life points, you get back into the game. It gives you more room to actually move and more time to actually wait if you're ever getting behind in the game. So it's actually fine, and this in time, if you're playing real life events, it's also really nice to make, and it's the strongest level 5 you can make. So one Shiranui Sword Saga, just because you have so many, you can get to level 5 synchro so easily. Putting something to defense is nice. 1900 attack isn't that nice, but hey. One Scrap Archfiend, level 7 is also not that hard to make, and it's the strongest level 7 you can play. Then one Stardust Dragon, yeah, because Stardust Dragon is just really good, so there's no reason not to play it. One Mistworm, you can get to this the same way you get to level 5 monsters. If you already establish yourself, you can get to level 9, and this can be such a blowout card. If you use it on the right time and at the right cards, you just win the game after that. Then 2 D8C monsters. 1 Giga Brilliant. Since we do have access to level 3 monsters in the form of your Dinos, if you remember correctly, yeah, Dino. You can make them sometimes, and this is one of the best rank 3 XCs you can play, together with Corbage, this little engine. You have space enough in your extra deck, so I chose to play these. One Granosaurus, because it's a dinosaur monster, is really the only reason, and has 2000 attack and can burn your opponent if you need to do that last damage. One Photon Papi, you play 3 Book of Moons, so this was definitely something I was going to play. You can just finish your opponent off sometimes with this card. One Windup Zenmeister, yeah, the strongest rank 4 that we have. One Gaga Cowboy, mandatory, and the last 800 damage is great. And one Maestroke, best rank 4. That's it, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can help your friends to make this deck. Maybe you give this deck a try. It's definitely fun, it's definitely good. It's one of the better decks you have in Format C. So try it out yourself, adjust some of the things, do what you want. And I hope to see you next time. This was Card Game Philosopher. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you again.
Полоски, здесь тусуют, под хардбас танцуют. 3 полоски, 3 по 3 полоски.